Hello, folks. How are you doing today? We're doing some testing of some things. We are going to try to see if I can go on live on Real Southern Gospel Radio and live with Les all at the same time, and I hear everything that I'm supposed to hear, and it broadcasts both to the radio station as well as to Facebook and YouTube. So we're testing stuff, and we may have it right or we may not have it right. So, Nicholas, you're listening and watching. You may be getting ready to see something very funny. Daryl, you too. You may be getting ready to hear and see something very funny because we're just testing. We got stuff going on here. So we'll see. Okay. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Daryl. Here we go, says Nicholas. Nicholas is in for it. Here we go. Let's do it. Hello, Vic Graves. Loud and clear here. Good. Okay, so YouTube is loud and clear. I want everybody that if you're on with me right now on video here, turn the radio station on. Get your app up, and also listen and see if you can hear what I'm getting ready to do right now on Live with Les on the radio, and vice versa. Okay, so I've been told we're on live. So if you're listening to Real Southern Gospel Radio, to the app, don't stress. Music's coming here in just a moment, but we're doing some testing live right here in living color. We're testing. I'm here in my Live with Les studio, and I'm right now on Facebook and YouTube all at the same time while broadcasting live on Real Southern Gospel Radio. So we're wanting to see if I can do it all at the same time without having to buy a whole bunch of other pieces of equipment, and something talks to this and then they talk to that, and then you connect that into that, and then the watt flanger has to be connected to the whatchamajigger and all of that. So we think we've got maybe what we need to do this. So I'm hearing myself right now through my headphones, and hopefully you're hearing me on Facebook and on YouTube. Somebody give me the thumbs up. Vic said loud and clear, so I know he's hearing me on Facebook. I'm not sure about YouTube, but Facebook for sure. Now, does anyone have the radio station on your app? If so, are you hearing me talk right now? Somebody turn on the app for Real Southern Gospel Radio and tell me if you are also hearing me on the air. Okay? Okay. It doesn't appear as if we are on the air on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Let me see here. Let me wait a minute here. Now, Facebook is great sounding. Thank you. Oh, Hillbilly Gilly says, "Hey, Les, thanks. And you know what for. You're welcome, brother. I hope you can use all that." Hello, Chris Champion. Not hearing you on the app. Okay, thank you, Chris. I've hijacked your show, Chris. I've hijacked it, but it'll only be for a little bit of time. Dead air, says Chris. We don't want dead air. So let's see here. Go ahead and put the auto DJ on, I guess. We're going to put the auto DJ on now, so there won't be dead air. They will hear great music. And Chris says, "Of course." Ownership has its privileges, Chris. Oh, funny. My Aunt Sue says, "Yes, I hear you." So she's hearing me on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay. He's going to try something else here. So he's, by the way, Isaac's here helping me. You see that arm that just slid across the screen there? That was Isaac's arm. I don't have 3 arms. Here's my 2. And then Isaac slid right in there. So that's 3. Just introduce the Goodmans. Okay. I'm going to introduce the Happy Goodmans right here and right now. So I don't know if you're going to be hearing it on the radio or not, or if you're going to be hearing it here on Facebook and YouTube or not. We're just trying things. Here are the Happy Goodmans with "I Believe He's Coming Back," just exactly like he said. Here we go. Well, Doesn't look like it's working. See, that's why you test stuff like this. So if you know if you have it right, if you don't have it right, then you start figuring out the things that need to be figured out to make it right. So that's okay. That's what we're doing. Let me see what we got here. Old Vintage Quartet music tonight at 8 p.m. at FM with Mike Smith on Facebook Live. Go check it out. Mike does a good job. I got to catch a few minutes of one of his shows last week. Go check him out. Vintage. Old is what he's saying. Like I'm vintage. I'm old. But it's great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. Daryl Sheely says, no, sir. Dunaways are singing. Okay, Auto DJ is doing its job then. So that's good. That's a good thing to know. Hello, Troy Burns. The button on the right. Push it. That's very funny, Troy. Very funny. Would expect that from someone like you. Funny stuff. Hello, Patty. Who else is on here with us? Nicholas says, hey, Isaac. Nicholas Wilkie says, hey, Isaac. He waved, but I don't think his hand made it. Did it make it up? There it is. There you go. There you go. What a Friend Friday. We hear you on YouTube. That's good. Very good. I'm live on KJAB. Yeah. They play Live with Les, Bluegrass Gospel on KJAB. They're in Mexico, Missouri. And I'm thankful for them doing that. And they play a lot of family music group, and we are thankful for that. Oh, Hillbilly, he's a good bluegrass picker and singer too, on top of being a DJ. And on top of all that, he's a preacher of the gospel of Christ. We get along quite nicely. Hello, Patricia Cash. Good to see you. And what else we got here? We got things going on. Dead air again on the app, says Chris Champion. He's trying different things, so that's okay. Everybody, I made a post on Facebook, on the Real Southern Gospel Facebook page, and on the Live with Les page, my personal page, saying that things may go down for a while and up for a while and sideways for a while. So it's okay. Got to test this stuff and work on things. So that's what we're doing. Oh, Chris says, I'm here for you. Hey, if you all missed me and Chris the other night, on Monday night, you missed it. We did a lot of Road Hog. By the way, I got an email, Chris, from somebody. I haven't read it yet, but I think in the subject line, it said something about great show. The Road Hog show was great or something like that. When I read it, if it's a cool thing, I'll send it to you. You could read it too. We did a lot of Road Hog. And if you don't know who Road Hog is, all I know is I feel sorry for you then. I just feel sorry for you. I do. Lester Road Hog Moran and his Cadillac. You got to put the Cadillac Cowboys. We did that Monday night. That is the alias of the Statler brothers, of course. Keep talking. Isaac's back here talking to himself, said, wait a minute. And then they said, keep talking. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to talk. Daryl is doing some Road Hog. Are we off? Check, test. Are we off? Oh, Daryl. No wonder we get along so well, Daryl. Hello, Ricky Bagwell. Good to see you. Terry, good to see you. We're just testing things for those of you just jumping on. By the way, even though it's just a test, let me give a shout out to our Live with Les sponsor, sold by mkhome.com. Now listen here, Isaac is part of the sold by mkhome.com. Sold by mkhome.com is his mom and Isaac, and they can help you buy property anywhere in the United States of America. They can help you sell your house anywhere in the United States of America, all 50 states. It's not quality, but you're so we're on the air, but it's not quality. I sound like I'm a computer. That's okay. So should we try to play some music now and see what happens? All right. So everybody on Real Southern Gospel, don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. We're just testing some things out here. Your regular scheduled programming will be coming your way here in just a little bit. I promise you that. Some great Southern gospel music, what we call real Southern gospel music, traditional stuff coming your way in just a little bit. Yes, Chris, sounds like it's overmodulating. We are hearing that. Yes. And here in my headphones, it's not overmodulating. And so we're not, I'll tell you what, let me do this. So when I do this, tell me, everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube, tell me if my volume goes down on Facebook and on YouTube. Here we go. Now, did it go down? Did my volume go down on Facebook and YouTube? Yet at the same time, if whoever's listening on the radio station, does it sound like it's not overmodulating now? Or does it still sound like it's overmodulating? What are we thinking? Does that sound better? It sounds like it's still overmodulating to me. Hello, Sherry. Doyle, good to see. Okay, so the volume did not go down on Facebook and YouTube. Well, that's very interesting right there, because I took the volume down. What about that? Interesting stuff. Hello, Carol. I'm watching on my phone, and it sounds good to me. All right. Daryl Shealy, it sounds like AM, 935 AM, and FM. Oh, he's doing hog again. Look out. Chris Champion, you need to meet my preacher buddy from middle Florida there, Central Florida. He's a road hog fanatic. I mean, a fanatic, as in he writes stories. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to end up being a book about the Statler brothers. That's how much of a crazy fan he is. Just so you know, Chris. Serious stuff. Bev says you're on the app, but it's still overmodulating. Okay, so we're still working on that. So we'll keep, let's see. It's still overmodulating. All right. Well, Brother Les goes, I'm not sure how to. That sounds like it's less modulating, doesn't it? Sounds like it's like Daryl said, like it's an AM station. If we could mix it, it'd be just fine. You know what? I wonder if that's the microphone that's being picked off from this and not that. I'm going to try one other thing. I'm going to turn my Rodecaster microphone completely off, and I want you to tell me if you can still hear me on Facebook and YouTube as well as the app. Okay. So I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, 0. And then this microphone right here is going to go away. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Doyle. Doyle says silent on Facebook and YouTube, but how about the radio station? I'm going to go back down now. I'm going to turn the volume off and see if the radio station's still picking it up. Okay, we have just found out that it is, in fact, this microphone that it sounds like is overmodulating on the radio, but it's not overmodulating on the Facebook and YouTube channels. So weird. Very, very weird right there. So that's okay. We'll figure it out. We will. We'll figure it out. I'll tell you what, since we're not going to figure it out live right here in living color, I'm going to bail. So we've just, we said hello to everybody. So we're going to go back and put the radio station back on the air. Matter of fact, you can go ahead and do that. And I'll just bow out here, and then Isaac and I will huddle up like they do in football. Super Bowl's coming up Sunday night, and they're going to huddle in the Super Bowl during the Super Bowl game, where everybody gets in a big circle and they go, okay, we're going to call the play. The play is whippersnapper, yellow 3, slant right on 2, break. And then they go and they do the play, and they score a touchdown and everybody wins. So Isaac and I are going to get in a huddle, and I'm going to call a play. We're going to throw a touchdown, and we're going to get excited about it. But meanwhile, go back to the app. The radio station's back on the air, and we're going to be good to go. We're going to figure all this out. All right. Hey, Stephen Phillips, good to see you, my brother. You're talking about a songwriting machine, Stephen Phillips. Write the name down. Stephen Phillips. Big time songwriter. Great family that sings as well. Nicholas says, I wish I was there with y'all. Well, Nicholas, I wish you were here with us too. We'd have a big old time. We would. Sherry Taylor says, have a blessed evening. Sherry, you have a blessed evening. Right there is a blessing. She's a blessing. A prayer warrior, a wonderful singer, and just everything she does with excellence, and she's the real deal. Write that name down, Sherry Taylor, right there. Hello, Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane. Listen, Nathan, I had to drive to Pigeon Forge yesterday, and I drove back this morning, and I listened to about 40 of your convention songs, and I'm loving them. Nathan, you and I are going to get along really well. And I'm going to do an all convention song show on one of my Live with Les's coming up in the next month or two. You're going to be my guest. I'm going to play some of your stuff, and I'm going to play some other convention song stuff that I have here in my library of things. And it's going to be one of the best shows that I've ever done, period. And I'm pitching some of your songs to some of the artists that I'm working with now, and I feel as confident as I can be. I can't speak for them, but I'm producing it and all of these things. And I have a very strong suspicion that you're getting ready to get some cuts on some of your songs. And I think some really stellar cuts from some stellar artists, and you're going to be a happy camper. So I am so glad that God has put us together, Nathan. I am. Good to see you here today. All right. I'm going to bail out, and Isaac and I are going to huddle, and we'll see what we got to do, okay? God bless you all. I might do a little Live with Les sometime tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe not. If not, Lord willing, then we'll see you Tuesday night, and we'll have a good one, okay? God bless you. See you later.